everyone, and welcome to Crafted. This is a multiplayer SMP where we focus on taking things slow. No rushing to get diamond armor, and no speedrunning to the end. Just a couple of friends playing on a server and having fun. Oh my gosh. And of course it's not a perfect episode without almost dying 100 times. Oh my gosh, that scared. Oh no. Gosh. Oh goodness. Oh my, where did that go? Now, we honestly do a lot in this video, so let's just get right into it. Here we are on Crafted, and I am honestly a little overwhelmed. There is so much going on in this general area that I don't even know where to start. As anyone would, I made my way snooping around town and looking in everybody's houses. I even ran into some familiar faces. Wait, oh my gosh, wait, I see Belle. I don't want to scare her. Hi, Belle. Oh my gosh, I see you already have diamonds.
Nem gave me these diamonds, so
wow.
I didn't earn them, which is why.
I see. Fortunately for us, being a newbie does have its benefits. Yeah, I need to grab a couple resources and then I'll be ready to go mining. I just need to, you know, get the basics, so I'll be back.
Okay, I have a few things for you if you need some.
Yes, please. Of course, I could never decline free gifts. Oh, thank you. Stop. Oh my gosh, I think there was like a package that Emil left too, but I don't know where it... Oh wait, is it this?
Yes, in here there should be a bed and a bundle, I believe.
Emil was kind enough to make all of the newbies their own little care package. Despite that, I was still feeling a bit behind, so I decided it was time to go grab some resources. Well, thank you for this stuff. I'm gonna go get some basic tools and then we can meet up after.
Okay.
Alright, bye! So off I was to go get my first set of tools when I got a little distracted by spawn. Oh my gosh, there's quite literally a shop for everything here. Oh my gosh, Emil's famous head shop, and it's currently closed, but once it's up and ready, we will be back and a usual shopper at that. And I have been looking forward to seeing this little fishing / animal area over here. Oh my gosh, this is so cute. After getting distracted and exploring the spawn a little bit, I decided it was probably about time to actually lock in on getting some good tools. Alright, let's go ahead and punch our first tree. And like that, we were back to the basics, punching our first tree and getting our first set of tools. And you guys know, I just honestly always skip over the wooden tools and go straight to cobbles, so that's honestly what I'm gonna do. So there we were, mining ourselves a little cave, trying to get some stone tools and hopefully resources so we could do an official mining trip. I decided to mine until my wooden pickaxe broke. And our pickaxe is broken, so I think that's our sign to get out of here. I'm just gonna patch this up because I want to leave the area just as nice as it was when I got here. And with that, we'll make some stone tools, just the basics. Alright, and with that all done and out of the way, I thought it was about time to meet up with Belle and go for a little mining trip. Are you ready?
Yes, I am. Okay. It should just be here.
I'm scared of the lava. I was like, oh my goodness. Now, mining is not my most favorite thing to do in Minecraft, but we are on a multiplayer server and we did join late, so it is only essential that we gather some resources and try to catch up to the others.
Okay, I think if we somehow get past the lava, there should be some...
Honestly, what if I try to just plug it up? I'm gonna do that. Wait, hold on. Let's see. Okay, I think that it should be going down. Now, this was a great plan in theory. However, accidents still do happen.
Yeah,
oh my gosh.
Well. Oh my gosh.
And like that, my first death on the server unfortunately ended in a pit of lava. But any real Minecraft player knows that was not the end of our journey. That looks like that might go down. Maybe? Maybe not.
Oh gosh.
It's kind of crazy that this hasn't really been like raided yet.
Yeah, I know. I was expecting all of the nearby caves to be raided.
I decided to start smelting some of my iron so I could slowly start upgrading my tools.
Oh my gosh, I got spider head.
That's so cool. Oh my goodness.
Like my favorite mod, the one that gives the mob heads.
I've never actually played with it, so I'm excited. Lucky for us, our caving mission was pretty successful. We ended up finding this little spawner with a ton of amazing loot in the chest.
Oh my gosh, there's silk touch.
And it's not a true Minecraft mining trip if you're not almost pummeled to death by a ton of mobs. Oh my gosh, that scared. Oh, that scared me so bad. And then we were ready to find our way out of the cave, but not before we got a little bit lost.
Oh yeah, I think it's up here. Maybe.
Hopefully. Once we finally emerged out of the cave, we decided to go back to our bases where we met up with some friends. Hi!
Hi!
Oh my gosh, your skin is so cute!
Thank you!
Are you ready for your gifts?
Yes, yes, yes. And thanks to Nem and the girls, we were able to get a few more diamonds and a couple other resources. Stop! Oh my gosh. Gosh, I'm getting spoiled, guys.
Wait, do you want a big drip, please?
Yes. Thank you. Now, in true crafted fashion, it's not a usual day without a little bit of shenanigans.
Hide and seek, try to find me challenge.
What? What?
Oh my gosh.
Oh my
What?
gosh.
Oh.
What the heck? Rate the hiding spot out of 10.
The good thing about having diamonds is you can buy wood in a little shopping district.
And once we get enough diamonds, we will definitely be a regular shopper. But, you know, at the moment, we're kind of broke.
I recommend the pale oak and dark oak stall.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yes. There's a sacrificial pit over there.
Oh,
Not a
that's...
The ring of fire.
Yes.
That's
I
where you
love
punch
it.
each other to death.
That's what we do.
Okay. Unfortunately, our conversation was broken up shortly after.
Yes.
What?
Gosh.
Ah, oh my gosh.
Why is it?
Oh no. Wait, shut the door. Oh my gosh.
Gosh.
It keeps spawning.
Why? Literally why?
Maybe it's because like a certain one of the players hasn't slept.
Oh, that would probably be me. I don't think I've slept yet. Oops.
It's okay. You have a free bed.
Well, that kind of, you know, got lost in the lava too, so, yeah.
Well, I need to head back to my home to make a staircase for the trial chamber.
Unfortunately, Nem did have to leave at this point, but the shenanigans did not stop there.
Dance.
Oh my gosh, my armor's glitching so bad, it's so funny.
I know. You have to take the armor off if you want to dance. Or the free email.
What am I looking at? Now, at this point, I came to the realization that I was a little bit behind the others on the server, so I decided it was time to start gathering some resources and essentially building up our very first starter house. Now, I honestly don't even know what direction I'm going in. I'm kind of just going off and hoping to find a birch or a cherry forest. Oh no, what is this? Here lies Ruby, never paid her debts. Oh, I love that. That's very cute. The pink bee's adorable though. I kind of need it. Now, after getting lost and a little bit distracted, I decided it was time to start chopping down some trees and collecting all the wood I would need for my starter base. And with that, I had pretty much all of the materials I needed to build my starter base, except for, of course, cherry wood, which I actually was able to get from my friend Mac. Now, with all of that out of the way, I think it's time to finally start building our house. Now, originally I was going for more of a lighter colors theme, but I ultimately ended up scrapping this for more of a sprucey green and cobble sort of theme that I honestly usually don't go for. But I ended up really liking how it turned out, and of course I did use Pinterest for inspo as always, and I ended up building this little tiny river next to our house to give it a little bit of life and a little bit of nature, and honestly I'm really happy with how it turned out. Alright you guys, we are all done with our house, and this is what it's looking like. I think it turned out so adorable. I really tried to incorporate a different type of design for this build than I typically did. If you guys can't tell, I usually don't use cobblestone or calcite in pretty much any of my builds, and I was really inspired to do it in this one. And I also built this little waterfall which goes down to the back, and I think it just brings the whole build together. Now, I do need to still move in all of my stuff and organize because right now this is what it's looking like. Now, I did go ahead and do myself a favor and organized some of my chests a little bit so that way everything is in the right place. Shortly after finishing my house, I decided it was time to start working on the flower garden. I decided to mostly incorporate some flowers with a bit of cobblestone. And I think I'm gonna sprinkle in some cobblestone in here. I don't know, I feel like it honestly does look a little bit better with a bit of cobble. Once that was complete, I decided it was time to start finally sprinkling in the flowers. I did my usual mix of tulips with some lilacs, as they are both some of my favorite flowers in Minecraft. Okay, I think that's cute. Here's kind of what we're looking at, and honestly, I love it. Now, the only thing left to do was add the finishing details around the area. Now that we got the exterior of our house all done and ready, it's time to work on the interior. Now, the first thing we're going to be needing is some beds. Oh, sheep, where are you? A sheep. Okay. Oh my gosh, and we got 3 wool. That's perfect. That's all we need. We can head back to our base now. And back to our base we went, where we began to work on the interior design of our house. Now, the first thing I wanted to get done was the kitchen. And for this, I'd be needing a couple materials I didn't have. So we went and grabbed some cobble and came back to make our smokers. I then began crafting some of the materials we'd be needing for this build, and then started to plan out how exactly I wanted this to look. At first, it started off a little rocky, but we were able to find something I really liked. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Let's actually knock out this window. And with that, we were all done decorating our house. So let me give you guys a little tour. This is what it looks like from the outside. It's super cute. I did end up adding another window over here, and I might end up adding some sort of like panes or something to this side to make it look a little more in place. I also ended up adding a little window over here. You can barely see it, but I think it just fits perfectly. And then you come on inside and we have our little kitchen. I think this is so cute with our little glowberries. And then we come over here and we have our little bed and our bedroom, and then just a ton of storage. Now, it is super basic and it's honestly not crazy decorated, but I wasn't planning on doing too much for our starter base since we're only going to be here for 1 episode. Now, the next thing I want to get done is actually go and try to get some enchants on our armor, since at the moment this is what the lineup is looking like. We are also running very low on iron, so we're probably going to want to go mining at some point. So off to the enchanting tower we went to go get some upgraded armor. And here we are at the enchanting tower. It is super cute. I'm honestly obsessed with it. But let's head up and see what enchants we're able to get. Okay, first let's do something basic like a chest plate. Oh, and I realized we don't actually have enough levels to get a good enchant. Unbreaking is pretty good, so I might honestly have to wait out on that one. Now, we're currently on a shortage of iron and our levels are looking a little low, which makes it the perfect time to do some caving. Now, of course, we had to do just a little bit of preparation before we were ready to go right into the caves. Now, I spent a ridiculous amount of time searching for food and gathering materials before I ultimately decided to just get some wheat from the community wheat farm and make some bread. I also decided to go ahead and make a few new tools like an iron pick and a couple of stone tools. That way we would be prepared throughout the entire mining trip. And then we were off to go caving. Now, my goals going in was to mostly just find some iron, since honestly, were a little bit low, but it also wouldn't hurt if we found some diamonds as well. Now, I decided to go to a cave which was relatively near spawn, I think around 400 blocks away from our base, and this was the perfect cave as it was actually a lush cave as well. And to my surprise, it actually wasn't very looted. I was able to get some good resources like a couple veins of iron and of course some moss. I also did want to look for coal, but I didn't really end up finding any. Now, to set the scene, this cave is huge. I actually visited it off camera a couple days ago, and I only explored one little fraction of it, and this area that I'm exploring today is a completely new area to me. Now, as any mining trip goes, I did end up getting a little lost, and there were a couple times that I was almost killed by monsters. Yeah, this was almost really bad. Luckily, I used my quick thinking skills, and I built myself in a little box until I recovered my health. I also forgot that I had a shield for some reason, so then I decided to use that, and I was able to take down the skeleton. Now, of course, our journey did not stop there. We continued our search for iron and actually ended up finding a pretty decent amount, at least in my opinion. I also, of course, grabbed all of the extra moss, and I found this weird tunnel of dead fish, so I grabbed a ton of that for food. And I also found an amethyst, which was really amazing because this is one of my favorite blocks in Minecraft. So I went ahead and collected that. Now, I know Nem does have an amethyst shop, so I hope she didn't feel too betrayed by me taking some of this, but at the moment we are a little too broke to afford any of her prices, but once we get diamonds, I assure you, we will be a usual shopper. Now, during our travels, we did end up running into this little, or I guess big, mineshaft, but I guess it was already raided by the other girls. So I didn't really have much loot to grab. However, I still decided to explore a little bit and kind of see if there was anything left. Of course, I got a decent amount of iron, but I didn't really find too much else here. Like I said, it was pretty much already raided, and I didn't have the best armor, so I was kind of on edge the entire trip. I ran into a couple of skeletons and nearly met my demise multiple times, so I decided it was probably time for me to head up to the surface and try to upgrade my armor. Now, the journey back up was definitely not as easy as the journey was down. I ended up getting lost and ultimately had to tunnel my way out from the top, which resulted in a couple of incidents. Now, we are actually all back from our mining trip, and I actually died on my way over here. I, for some reason, broke out of the cave into a river where there was a drown with a Triton, and he killed me. But luckily, I was still able to retrieve my stuff. However, I can't say the same about my levels. So unfortunately, we will not be enchanting our armor anytime soon. I did go ahead and start smelting the iron, so that way we will be able to purchase a couple of things from the shop. I also want to cook up the tropical fish. Can we cook up the tropical fish? Hold on. Oh no, we can't cook them. Wait, what? Okay, I guess I'm a noob for thinking that. Anyways, we still got quite a few goodies from our trip, and I actually do want to sprinkle some of this around our area. I kind of think it would be cute to have a little azalea tree over here. Let's see if this is enough bone meal to grow it. Oh, that was perfect. Oh, that's so cute. And I also do want to add in some amethyst chunks here and there in the floor. I feel like it really just adds to the little magical vibe we've got going on. Yay, that's so cute. I love that. And I'm also going to add a few of these here and there. Okay, cute. I am officially obsessed with our house. Now, as much as I do love our starter house, this isn't where we're going to be living for the entirety of the series. We're actually going to go off and pick our own biome in the next episode, and I'll give you guys a little sneak peek at what it looks like. Now, I am absolutely super excited to move in, but of course, there are a few last things I want to do before I wrap up this episode. Now, I honestly want to tame this little llama that we found. Let's see if he'll let me. Come on, dude. Yay! Oh my gosh. Okay, cute. Let's go ahead and tie him up this post. You're stuck here forever, sir. But if any of you guys in the comments have a suggestion for his name, let me know down below. Now, I also really quickly want to give you guys a brief little tour of Spawn since I haven't actually done that yet. Now, this of course is the area that we initially spawned in at. Over here we have Jossie's house. We have Emil's little nook. I'm actually not quite sure whose house this is since I don't see a sign anywhere. This is the little recovery center. I believe this is Fozie's house, but I'm pretty sure Nem played a little prank on her, so I guess all of her windows are blocked out with obsidian. This is Nem's lovely home, of course. I love how she incorporated all of the pale oak. And she has her little head. That's so cute. I'm hoping to get one of my own heads very soon. A little axolotl. How adorable. Anyways, these are the mini shops at Spawn. We have some little wood shops. Emil's famous head shop. We've got Jossie's bakery. Ooh, I believe this is Fozie's shop. Oh, it looks like there's also a banner shop. We also have our little fishing dock slash animal area over here, which I believe was built by Fozie, along with this absolutely gorgeous bridge. Like, this is just absolutely stunning. So it looks like we have a little campfire area. Oh wait, this is so adorable. There's even little popcorn so we could snack on our food while watching the fire. Then over here we have yet another bridge, and I believe this is a mine shaft, or I mean not a mine shaft, but a little mine. We also have a little notice board. Now the last part of Spawn I have yet to show you guys is of course the enchanting area, and then we have the actual shopping district over here where we have the official shops, and there are tons and tons and tons that we will get into in another episode for sure. Now, I have had absolutely so much fun here filming and playing with my friends on my first episode of Crafted, but that is where I'm going to leave it for today. Now, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and don't forget to check out my friends' videos as well to see their POVs. But yeah, without further ado, you guys, I will see you all next time. Bye!